man, and would not, so she told lies about him to Proteus. Proteus said she killed Bellerophon, or died, for he would have had converse with me against my will. The king was angered, but shrank from killing Bellerophon, so he went from Lycia with lying letters of introduction written on folded tablets and containing much ill against the bearer. He bade Bellerophon show these letters to his father-in-law, to the end that he might thus perish. Bellerophon therefore went to Lycia, and the gods conveyed him safely. When he reached the river Xanthus, which is in Lycia, the king received with him all goodwill, feasted him 9 days, and killed 9 heifers in his honor. But when rosy-fingered morning appeared upon the 10th day, he questioned him and desired to see the letter from his son-in-law Proteus. When he had received the letter, he first commanded Bellerophon to kill that savage monster, the Chimera, who was not a human being, but a goddess, for she had the head of a lion and the tail of a serpent, while her body was that of a goat, and she breathed forth flames of fire. But Bellerophon slew her, for he was guided by signs from heaven. He next fought the fair famed Ptolemy, and this, he said, was the hardest of all his battles. Thirdly, he killed the Amazons, women who were the fears of men, and he was returning thence the king devised yet another plan for his destruction. He picked the bravest warriors in all Lycia, and placed them in ambuscade, but not a man ever came back, for Bellerophon killed every one of them. Then the king knew that he must be valiant offspring of God, so he kept in Lycia, gave him his daughter in marriage, and made him of equal honor in the kingdom with himself. And Lycians gave him a piece of land, the best in all the country, fair with vineyards and tilled fields to have and to hold. The king's daughter bore Bellerophon 3 children, Lysander, Hippolochus, and Laodamia. Zeus, the lord of counsel, lay with Laodamia, and she bore him noble Sarpedon. But when Bellerophon came to be hated by all the gods, he wondered all desolateness made upon the alien plain, gnawing at his own heart and shunning the path of man. Ares, insatiated of battle, killed his son Lysander while he was fighting with Salome. His daughter was killed by Artemis of the golden reins, for she was angered with her. But Hippolochus was father to myself, and when he sent me to Troy, he urged me again and again to fight ever among the foremost and outvied my peers, so as not to shame the blood of my fathers, who were the noblest in Epirus and in Lycia. This is all the descent I claim. Thus did he speak, and the heart of Diomed was glad. He planted his feet in the ground and spoke to him with friendly words. Then he said, You are an old friend of my father's house, great Onius, who once entertained Bellerophon for 20 days, and 2 exchanged presents. Oeneus gave Abel first with purple, and Bellerophon a double cup, which I left at home when I set out for Troy. I do not remember Tydeus, for he was taken from us while I was yet a child, when the army of the Achaeans was cut to pieces before Thebes. Henceforth, however, I must be your host in middle Argos, and you and mine in Lycia. If I should ever go there, let us avoid one another's fears, even during a general engagement. There are many noble Trojans and allies whom I can kill, if I overtake them and heaven delivers them into my hand. So again with yourself, there are many Achaeans whose lives you may take, if you can. We too, then, will exchange armor, that all presents may know the old ties that subsist between us. With these words they sprang from the chariots, grasped one another's hands in plighted friendship. But the son of Cronos made Galatas take a leave of his wits, for he exchanged golden armor for bronze, the worth of 100 head of cattle for the worth of 9. Now when Hector reached the Stadion gates and the oak tree, the wives and the daughter of the Trojans came running towards him to ask after their sons, brothers, kinsmen, and husbands. He told them to set about praying to the gods, and they were made sorrowful as they heard him. Presently he reached the splendid palace of King Priam, adorned with colonnades of hewn stone. In it there were 50 bedchambers, all of hewn stone, built near one another, where the sons of Priam slept, each with his wedded wife opposite these. On the other side of the courtyard there were 12 upper rooms, also of hewn stone, for Priam's daughters built near one another, where his sons-in-law slept with their wives. When Hector got there, his fond mother came up to him with loud eyes, the fairest of her daughters. She took his hand within her own and said, My son, why have you left the battle to come hither? Are the Achaeans woe betide them, pressing you hard about the city, that you have thought fit to come and uplift your hands to Zeus from the citadel? Wait till I can bring you wine, that you may make offering to Zeus and to the other immortals, and may then drink and be refreshed. Wine gives a man fresh strength when he is weary, as you are now, the fighting on behalf of your kinsmen. And Hector answered, Honored mother, bring no wine, lest you unman me, and I forget my strength. I do not make a drink offering to Zeus, and unwashed hands, one who is bespattered with blood and filth, may not pray to the son of Cronos. Get the matrons together, and go with offerings to the temple of Athena. Drive her of the spoil there upon the knees of Athena, lay the largest and fairest robe you have in your house, the one you set my soul by. Promise moreover to sacrifice 12 yearling heifers that you have never yet felt to go to the temple of the goddess, so she will take 50 on the town with the lives and muscle ones of the Trojans, and keep the son of Tydeus from off the goodly city of Ilium, for he fights with fury and fills men's souls with panic. Go into the temple of Athena, while I seek Paris, and exhort him, if he will hear my words, would that the earth might open her jaws and swallow him, for Zeus bred him to be the bane of the Trojans and of Priam and Priam's sons. Could I but see him go down into the house of Hades, my heart would forget its heaviness. His mother went into the house and called her waiting woman, who gathered the matrons throughout the city. She then went down into her fragrant stone room, where the embroidered robes were kept, and work of the Sidonian woman, whom Paris had brought over from Sidon, when he sailed the seas upon the voyage during which he carried off Helen, who took out the largest robe, but the one which was most beautifully enriched with embroidery, as an offering to Athena. It glittered like a star, and lay at the very bottom of the chest. With this she went on her way, and many matrons with her. When they reached the temple of Athena, lovely Theano, daughter of Cisseus and wife of Anator, opened the doors, for the Trojans had made her priestess of Athena. The women lifted up their hands to the goddess with a loud cry, and Panio took the robe to lay it on the knees of Athena, praying the while to the daughter of great Zeus. Holy Athena, she cried, protect our city, mighty goddess, break the spear of Diomed, and lay him low before the king gates. Do this, and we will sacrifice 12 heifers that have never yet known the goat in your temple, if you will have pity upon the town with the wives and little ones of the Trojans. Thus she prayed, but Pallas Athena granted not her prayer. While they were thus praying to the daughter of great Zeus, Hector went not with fair house of Paris, which he had built for him by the foremost builders in the land. They had built him in his house, storehouse, and courtyard near those of Priam, and Hector on the Acropolis. Here Hector entered with a spear 11 cubits long in his hand. The bronze point gleamed in front of him, and was fastened to the shaft of the spear by a ring of gold. He found handling his curved bow. There too sat Argive Helen with her woman, setting them the several tasks, and as Hector saw him, he rebuked him with words of scorn. Sir, said he, you do ill to nurse this rancor. The people perish fighting round this our town. You would yourself chide one whom